Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our present from our group. The members are Basri Husain, Himamul Falah, and Ziyad Ainullah. We are going to present about the material sentence structure, constituents, function, and categories. Structure is central to study of syntax. We can say that structure is fundamental to study of syntax. A very general concept that applies to any complex things such as bicycle, car, house, apartment, and the others. Everything has a structure, we can analyze it. It's divisible into parts, we call it constituents. There are different kinds of parts, different categories of constituents. The constituents are arranged in a certain way, and each constituent has special function in the structure of the things as a whole. When anything can be analyzed in this way, we say that it has structure, such as something and sentences. The constituents of a complex things are themselves complex. The parts themselves consist of parts which may in turn consist of further parts. This is some sentences ungrammatically, such as the nevertheless podcast cannot forsword, and if the suppressed non-girls of the students with Mary Maxwell broke a frying pan. This is those sentences we cannot analyze it because there's no structure there. I have said before that bicycle has a structure because bicycle there is wheel, frame, chain, handles, pedal, and the others. Wheel is a part of bicycle. We call it a constituent of a bicycle. Like that. This is simple way to analyze the. I'll give you the diagram. The first is bicycle, wheel, spoke, bicycle, wheel, spoke. It means you can analyze it if you put bicycle up and the parts of the bicycle under. Syntactic structure analyzing linguistic experience into their constituents part, identifying the categories of those constituents and determining their function. What do sentences consist of? The sentence consists of course, the words. This is a example of sentence has structure. All some sun bed beside a stream. The structure, the sentences has structure. The parts of the sentences, like there is all some sun bed beside a stream. If you put this part of the sentence, there are five parts, and only one has a good grammatical. Only number 12, except number 12, all of is unknown the meaning. There is press also in constituents of structure sentence because press beside in a sentence of old some sunbed beside a stream, there is a press beside a stream is a consistent of sentence is a press. I'll give you another example. The very muscular gentleman next to me lit a cigar. If you want to put very muscular or next to me, you can put or not because very muscular next to me. If you don't put it, the sentence is still good again. It's mean optional if you want to put it or not because the very muscular next to me is a part of structure of sentences. If you have to remember that if a sequence of words can be omitted from a sentence, leaving another good sentence, this is a good indication then the sequence is in press function as a constituent in the structure of a sentence. However, not all press are omissible. Thank you.
Yeah, there are four functions of structure sentence. The first function is declarative sentence. Declarative sentence state an idea. This is a simple sentence. They end with a period. For example, the simple declarative sentence is he loves pizza. And then the second sample is she plays the piano and she sings loudly. The second sample is include of a compound sentence because there is a conjunction in the middle of the sentence, so it's called a compound declarative sentence. The function number 2 is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence show strong emotion. They end with an exclamation mark. For example, what a mess this room is. What a mess this room is. This sentence show strong emotion because of that room is so disgusting, I guess. So they say it like that. What a mess this room is. And then the characteristic of the sentence is, in the end of the sentence there must be put exclamation mark. And then the third function is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence is asks a question. As you would expect, they end with a question mark, and then the the beginning of the sentence must be put a question mark. Like, for example, is why did you put the pen on the kitchen, dude? The first sentence is why. Why is include of question word. There are four question words, and then why did you put the pen on the kitchen, dude? And then the last of this sentence is there is question mark. And then the last function is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence gives orders or direction. So the end with a period, so end with a period, or an exclamation mark. For example, is sit down and listen. Sit down and listen. There is some advice, there is some direction, right? On the example. So she asks them to sit and listen her. Sit down and listen. The characteristic of this sentence is there is some advice, or there is some orders, or there is some direction, and in the end of the sentence must be put exclamation mark. And then I will explain about noun phrase also. Noun phrase is noun phrase Noun phrase is a group of two or more words headed by a noun that include modifier. For example, is school bag. School bag. School bag. There are two noun, right? School is noun, bag is noun. But the school is just explain about noun. So if noun phrase is the meaning is just refer to one word. The meaning is just refer to the bag. The school is just as a modifier of the bag. You get it? And then number 2 is verb phrase. If verb phrase is a group of two or more verb headed by a verb that includes modifier. For example, is was this? She will invite me to her house. She will invite me. Invite me is the verb phrase. Verb phrase is referred to one verb. So, for example, like as the example is will invite is the verb phrase. So the meaning refer to the invite. So the will is just modifier the invite. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Number 3, sentence structure categories. Here there are 6 types. The first is noun. Noun is the name of a person, place, or thing, like house, table, and anything else. And the second lexical and phrasal categories, noun and noun phrase. The example is the man devouring the plums is grinning broadly. The subject Noun phrase is the man devouring the plums. It contains two nouns, man and plums, and it is clear that man is the head noun. And the third, adjective and verb. Many adjectives have characteristic endings such as able, all, it, full, each, in, ish, if, less, are, and the example are capable, economical, Italian, beautiful, microscopic, surprising, inventive, hopeless, eponymous, and fluffy. Number fourth, adjective phrase and adverb phrases. For example, in all those quite delicious pizzas. And fifth, preposition and prepositional phrase. Prepositions are generally short words that express relation, often locational relation in space or time. Other example are to, at, from, with, toward, and within. And then the last is coordinate phrases. The example is Max and Adrian are being melodramatic. The clowns and the acrobats declined to cooperative. The important point to notice about all this coordination is that the mother and the sister of the coordinator, and in this case all have the same category labor. Okay, thank you.